Hello there, and a very warm welcome to the Listen in Storytelling with me, Vickie. This is one of a very special series of stories for children and families to celebrate National Storytelling Week 2021. Now, I don't know about your house, but in our house we have a pot for our toothbrushes. This one, in fact, is a bit Christmassy, but we keep our toothbrushes in this pot. And the other day I came downstairs and it was broken in two. And I thought, I'm going to have to get a new pot. And then I thought maybe I could fix the pot back together. Maybe I could put it back in place like that and use some glue, and then it would kind of be okay, except for a crack. And then I thought, yes, that's the story for today, the story of the cracked pot. Now, the story of the cracked pot is one of my absolute favourites. It's quite a short, simple story, but it's so lovely. And when I researched it on the internet, I wasn't able to work out whether it comes from India or China. People have said both those things. But it's such a lovely story, and I think you'll really, really enjoy it. And I've changed some bits. I've made it my own. It's slightly different from the original. So I'd like to present to all of you for National Storytelling Week my own version of the story of the cracked pot. Long ago and far away, there lived a lady who was very strong and very wise. And one thing she had to do every day was to fetch water from the stream. And so she would go up the same path and back every day to fetch that water. And the stream was quite far away, and the water, of course, was quite heavy. And so to help her do this task, she had a long pole that she would carry across her strong shoulders with a pot on each end to carry the water. Now, on this side of the pole, there was a pot that was new and quite perfect and didn't spill a drop. And on the other side of the pole, there was an old pot with a crack. And the crack leaked water, and so the old cracked pot, it dripped all the way home. And so by the time she got home, the lady didn't have 2 pots of water at all. She had 1.5 pots of water. Well, all the people in the village where she lived, they couldn't understand why she kept that old pot with the crack. After all, it was leaking water. And one of them one day said to her, Why, I say, throw that old pot away. And she said, I will not. There's a crack in that pot. Why, I say, throw that old pot away. I will not. There's a crack in that pot. But she didn't mind them saying. In fact, the lady gave them some flowers. And a few weeks later, she was doing exactly the same thing, going up and down the same path to fetch water from the stream with her long pole across her strong shoulders with the 2 pots. The pot on this side that was new and perfect and didn't spill a drop, and the pot on this side that was old and had a crack and dripped water all the way home, so that by the time she got home, she didn't have 2 pots of water at all. She had 1.5 pots of water. Well, everybody in the village, they still thought this was so strange. Having an old cracked pot to carry water, might as well just use the new one. And then one day, somebody made her a very kind offer. Excuse me, I say, I can mend that pot today. And she said, that's kind, it really is, but I like it the way it is. Excuse me, I say, I can mend that old pot for you today. That's kind, it really is, but I like it just the way it is. But to thank the person, the lady gave them some flowers. And a few months later, she was doing exactly the same thing, going up and down the same path, fetching water from the stream with her pots, with her big pole on her strong shoulders with the 2 pots, the pot this side that was new and perfect and didn't spill a drop, and the pot this side that had a crack and would drip all the way home. so that by the time she got home, she didn't have 2 pots of water at all. She had 1.5 pots of water. And still the people in the village, they just couldn't understand it. They just couldn't understand why she would keep a pot with a crack. And one day somebody said, "Why you keep that old pot? I don't know. I'd have thrown it away ages ago." And she said, "Well, it's special to me. It's a keeper. You'll see." "Why you keep that old pot? I don't know. I'd have chucked it away ages ago." "Well, it's special to me. It's a keeper. You'll see." But she didn't mind them saying. In fact, the lady gave that person some flowers. And a year went by, 2 years, 3 years, and still she was doing just the same thing, going up and down the same path to the stream and back, carrying the pole on her strong shoulders with the 2 pots, the one this side that was new, perfect, didn't spill a drop, and the one this side that was old and had a crack and would drip all the way home, so that by the time she got home, she didn't have 2 pots of water at all. She had 1.5 pots of water. And all the people in the village, they got together and they talked about how strange that was. And then somebody said, "You know that pot, the one with the crack? You said it was special. Why is that?" And she said, "You know those flowers I give away? The cracked pot helps them grow every day." And the lady explained to everyone that of course she went the same way up the path and back every day to fetch water from the stream with her 2 pots on the pole on her strong shoulders, and of course they could all see that the side of the path where she carried the pot that was perfect and didn't drip a drop, nothing grew that side of the path. There was just bare earth. But the side of the path where she carried the pot with the drip, the cracked pot, all sorts of things grew that side of the path. Beautiful flowers, because of course the dripping pot helped water the flowers. And so she was able to give away the beautiful flowers for everyone to enjoy. And she looked at the old cracked pot and she said, "Though anyone else would have thrown it away, that cracked pot's a treasure, I have to say. None of us are perfect at the end of the day, but we're all wonderful in our own way." And I think that lady still has that cracked pot today. Well, I hope you enjoyed my version there of the cracked pot story. And as I say, it's slightly different from the original. In the original story, the pot actually speaks to the lady and it says, "I've got a crack, I'm not perfect, I'm letting you down." And the lady says back to the pot, "No, you're perfect just the way you are. Look, you've made the flowers grow." So the pot and the lady actually have a conversation between them, which is really lovely. So make sure you have a look online or in a book for the original version. I better go and mend my pot now. I still haven't glued it together, so I'll go and do that now. But make sure you pop back to the Listen In here, because every day this week for Storytelling Week there's a different story, and then on Saturday, February the 6th, there's a live interactive Zoom story for you all to book and come along to enjoy if you'd like to. So I hope to see you very soon. Have a lovely day, enjoy lots of stories together, and take care. Bye for now. even with a crack.